the USDA warned state agencies yesterday that food stamps will likely be not appearing in November. Horrific. Think what you want about people on SNAP benefits, but little to many people's knowledge, a lot of the people who receive SNAP benefits are working individuals. And even if they're not, children depend on these to eat. And if you have any ounce of human empathy or sympathy, children are not the fucking problem, and they should not fucking suffer hunger because the government can't get their shit together and agree on anything. That would mean no Thanksgiving dinner for a lot of these families. Fuck Thanksgiving dinner. That means no lunches for these children, no breakfast for these children, no dinners regularly for these children. And if they can't come together and pass this budget in a nonpartisan way, this will continue, and we will have starving children.
$186 billion. $186 billion was cut from food stamps and SNAP benefits from Americans, working class Americans. And it's not, and shout out to the creator, right? Her name is Samantha. It's not just, people freeloading. Yes, while it does happen, I say this, I have to make disclaimers every single video. But yes, it's not because people take advantage of the system. $186 billion. Do y'all know how much they just gave to Argentina? Trump, Trump. Do y'all know how much Trump just gave to Argentina? $40 billion he just gave to Argentina to bail them out. When we still got farmers and we still got, of course, we know farmers voted the way they are and whatever case is, right? But we still got people who are being affected by these policies. Kids, families, mothers and the father. Like, people genuinely need the support, but we're making cuts and we're talking about laying people off and all these different things, making it worse and not fixing the problem. Like, this is what I mean. And $186 billion cut when you could still have the programs, but you're giving it to other countries. That's why I struggle with it, but I'm gonna let the rest of the video speak for itself.
Even more so than we already do in America. And let's not forget, some states don't offer free school lunches, so these children depend on these food stamps to eat. And if you take children out of the picture, people without children depend on these to eat, to survive, a basic human need. And our government just can't get their shit together. The smallest things that we can do as a community to help right now, donate what you can to your local food banks, because people are going to be depending on these food banks more than ever. Bags of rice, non-perishables, things that can last and help people get through this tough time. As always, fuck Donald Trump and fuck his little regime Republicans that just can't put their foot down and tell him to fuck off. Because if you really think that the Democrats are the problem in this situation, you need to wake the fuck up and realize what the fuck is actually going on.
And the biggest thing is, and I don't like pointing fingers, and I don't like to sit right here and say, oh, it's the Democrats' fault or it's the Republicans' fault and it's MAGA. And I don't like to sit right here and point fingers, because that's the problem. That's why we are here right now, versus finding a solution and uniting people and all these different things. We're sitting back and we're talking about whose fault it is. Do y'all know how kindergarten that is? How seriously, what? How? You know what I mean? Like, am I alien or something? Like, why does that seem so simple to me? But instead this is just what people are. Guys, this is the president of the United States. And I don't hate Trump. I don't hate anybody in this world. That's not what but I am going to have an opinion about something, and I'm going to continue talking about it, because this is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. And I even see people, and some people get back and talk about, oh, people can work and, have their jobs. Yes, that is 100%. People need to understand how much it costs to have a baby. People need to understand how much it costs to, daycare and childcare and formula and all these different. You got to have a good understanding of how much this stuff costs. However, at the same time, some people are having kids. They're working a job. The kids are even in school, and they still need help because of the cost of living. We talk about the economy, how expensive it is all day. This is what we talk about pretty much every single video now. We talk about this all the time. But at the end of the day, people still have to feed their kids. So regardless of what is happening, do you just let them starve? And I'm going to say this last point. But yes, when we talk about the regime between pro-life and pro-choice and all these different things, They want people to have kids. They want people to go out and, regardless, bring the baby alive. And I'm not going super deep in this, so bear with me, right? They want people to stay alive and babies and everything. Regardless, I don't have any strong opinions on it. But what I'm gonna say is, but if all these kids come into the world, how are you going? And most people, well, not most, a lot of people can't afford the kids. Why is this the whole narrative to have as many kids as you want when y'all are trying to cut all these different programs to help families, help people, especially during the times of, the crazy job market, guys? Like, I don't know. I struggle with this whole situation, but
So due to the government shutdown, there will be no SNAP benefits dispersed for November of 2025. And I feel like y'all need to feel this because y'all put those people in position to do this to y'all. Y'all voted for him. Y'all went out thinking that, this man was going to give y'all something. Guess what? They cannot say it's the Democrats or the liberals because guess what? The Republicans own every single part of the government. I'm talking about the Senate, the House, the presidency, and they own the Supreme Court. And it's always going to be about politics. The Democrats aren't doing this. No, y'all asked for this because y'all thought y'all was going to get a stimulus check and some free money. It's never going to be free. It's always going to be at the cost of the taxpayers' dollars. And they're going to say, it's going to affect the brown and blacks. No, it affects the Caucasity because guess who are on more government benefits than any other ethnicity? The Caucasities people are. And I feel like y'all need to feel that because y'all went and did this. Because guess what? The rich is getting richer and the poor is getting poorer. And it is what it is. But y'all know what to do. Get in the comments. Let's go. I'm not upset because guess what? It doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect a lot of people that are around me. But it is going to affect kids who are hungry. They're talking about the food banks are open. People are going to be starving in the richest country in the world. And y'all talking about, it's somebody else's fault. No, it's y'all fault because y'all put them people in position.
and it's like I'm not even making this about color. You know what I mean? Like, it's not even about. It has nothing to do with color, right? Like, I mean, yeah, people talk and whatever. People have their opinions, but it's not even about color. Yeah, it's Americans. It's people. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, it's people. This is crazy. But here's a story, and this isn't food stamps, but this is she's got Medicare. These are because of the Medicaid cuts. Check this out, y'all.
You know what will forever baffle me? It's so baffling to me how there's people in the world who have so much money, they could never spend it in their whole lifetime. They could go out and spend like $1 million a day and never notice. And then there's people like me and my family who lost their job and missed out on a few paychecks. And now we're behind over a month in rent. And we're facing an eviction. And we have nowhere to go. And I just don't understand. And it's embarrassing to talk about because I'm 23 and now I have an eviction notice. Like, it's not something you think would happen to you. And I'm working so hard right now. I'm working my ass.
Going homeless at 23 is like, that's devastating, guys. Like, what do you say about that? How do you even... and it's not because she's not working. It's not like, seriously, I don't think she's lazy. I don't think she's just not trying to, get a job or whatever. She got laid off and she's still working, I guess other stuff within her life. But seriously, I mean, I'm not saying to give people handouts and all these different, that's not what I'm saying. But there should be, systems in place and, programs in place. And there are programs in place currently. However, they're talking about, they're trying to get rid of these. There should be things in place to, give people some kind of soft landing and then go into this, not hit complete rock bottom and it be done. I get it. There's so many people that take advantage of this. I say this all the time. There are, but I'm just saying, like, when I see videos like this, like, I struggle. When I see videos like this, I struggle. That's it.
Off at my job, and so is my man. But like, how are we supposed to get caught up when everything else is so expensive? And not only that, but like once you're late, you get late fees. Like, why are you gonna charge me more money for not having money? Late fees should not be allowed to accrue every single day. Like, what am I supposed to do? Just pull it out of my ass? And I hate coming on this app and crying because it's embarrassing, but I'm just so baffled at how this world works right now. Like, it's such a broken system. I just got into the Creator Rewards program, but none of my videos get enough views to even try to get paid. It's like a joke. I'm in the pilot program, but nothing ever sells. I don't know how else to make money.
Yeah, I get it. I completely understand. And this is just American point of view. That's why I show you guys these videos, because it's from a real life American perspective, because that's what we're ultimately here for. We're ultimately here to see how other people are being affected by these policies. These are on the ground videos, guys. It sucks. Like it literally does suck. And when I see videos of people, oh, you can't ride the government, don't ride the government and depend on the government to live and all these different things, then what is the government there for? What is the government there for? To live civilization. I'm not telling you to have them pay for your whole lifestyle and have them pay for everything in your life, but you're telling me you don't fall on hard times? Is that what you're telling me? You're telling me that you got laid off, you lost a job, and that's it. You just, oh well. Like, am I reaching? Somebody, y'all let me know in the comment section below. Am I reaching? Am I like completely disconnected from this whole thing? I'm not saying that she's got to be on welfare and food stamps and Medicaid and all. I'm not saying she's got to be on these things for the rest of her life. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is, guys, she's about to be homeless. She's about to be homeless in her life. Homeless in America. Homeless. She's 23 years old. 23 years old. I can't make this up whatsoever. I literally cannot make this up.